Which sourcing method is the best? This is what we're going to look at today. Once again, we are going to do a tier list. Before that, I'm going to talk a little bit about the different sourcing methods and how you should use them and where they should be, what place should they take in your online arbitrage business. Before we start, we have a Discord server for this channel. Link in the description, best place to ask any questions if you have any questions regarding Amazon or to reach out to me. All right, so link in the description and let's start. So, today, we are going to have I think it's nine of them. Let me check. Yeah, we're gonna talk about 9 different sourcing methods. So there's a few others, but this is the one that I use mainly myself. In white, we'll have everything when it comes to everything using software. In black, everything that you need to do manually. And in blue, we have the Keepa product finder that really can be done with both, and that I think I'll just use one of them. Like I'll just use one to talk about it. With our sourcing, we do have it 2 times in the tier list, so we have it 2 times. But I think it was important to split it. All right, so we are still doing this series, this video series on advanced strategies for sourcing, and the sourcing method you're using is gonna impact your leads, as we saw yesterday. And we're gonna, by the way, if you haven't seen, if this is the first video you see in the playlist, check out the whole playlist, link here. I noticed this side now, I double checked, so if I'm wrong, you can make fun of me, but I know I'm right. Yeah, so the leads you're gonna use is gonna affect the life cycle, not the lead, but I mean the sourcing method you're going to use is going to affect the life cycle of your leads. So the lead that you are going to find, right? Because you can, of course, you can find a lead doing manual sourcing, but if you can find it doing with tactical arbitrage, it's not because you find it yourself doing manual sourcing that people cannot find it with tactical arbitrage. So the way a lead is findable, I may say, the way, like, depending on which method you can use to find it, this will affect the life cycle of the lead, right? And so this is why it's important to actually understand the different sourcing method, when you should use them, and which one is better than the other one, right? So we are going to analyze those 9 sourcing methods on different factors. So first, the competition you're going to face when the lead is available to be found this way. Right, this is going to be the first one. The second one is the consistency. So how consistent is that sourcing method? Because there are some of them that you can use every day that you're going to find leads every single day, and there's some of them where it's going to be more situational, right? And lastly, we are going to talk about the lead density, like how many leads will you have per data point, right? Not per data point, but per potential lead. Because let's say you have 10 potential leads, and those 10 are great leads. It's gonna be super fast for you to find your 10 leads. But if you need to go through 1,000 leads to find 1 lead, it's gonna take you time, and you cannot run a successful business doing that, right? So let's dive into the computer and let's start analyzing those sourcing methods. All right. So where should we start from? We're going to start with tactical. Let's start with software. Yeah, let's start with tactical arbitrage, because I talked a little bit about tactical arbitrage. And so when it comes to tactical arbitrage, the competition you're going to face on the leads that you're going to find with tactical arbitrage is going to be more important, depending on how popular is the website and how popular but everything, like, the thing is that everything else being equal, because there's other stuff that plays into that we are going to talk about in this video series, and that we have talked about in this video series, right? So everything else being equal, the competition you're going to face with tactical arbitrage is going to be way higher, right? Depending on which site you want to use. If you scan Walmart, there's going to be a lot of competition, right? Because the products everybody scans Walmart. So the products you're going to find on Walmart are way more likely to tank if you find them using tactical arbitrage, right? Like if you find them like using any default methods scanning with tactical arbitrage, right? So for that reason, you will need to go with faster selling lead, because the faster a lead is selling, the less of a chance there is that the product actually tank, right? So for that reason, we are going to put tactical arbitrage in the B tier, just because it's it's super fast to go through data. It's super useful to go through, but like the thing is that the default websites are going to be more likely to tank. Doesn't mean that all products are gonna tank, but like it's gonna be way more likely, right? So yeah, tactical arbitrage will be in the B tier. All right, so let's look at tactical expander. And if you don't know what tactical expander, it's an add-on on tactical arbitrage that allows you to scan more website. It lives in your browser. You just turn it on from your browser, and you can scrape a website, then import the data to tactical arbitrage and scan it. And when it comes to software scanning, tactical expander, almost nobody is using tactical expander. There's literally products that I found with tactical expander on some of the websites available on tactical expander where there's no competition, right? There's only one other guy on that product, and maybe he found it doing some reverse sourcing. It's a product that I've been on since December, I believe. It's March 19 today. So this is a product I've been on since December. I haven't had any competition. Nobody is finding this product, and because this product was on promotion for a long time, and nobody was able to find the product except me. It was on promotion for more than 1 month, 2 months, and nobody was scanning this website that is on tactical expander. For that reason, I will put, like, when it comes to software, like stock software, when it's stuck, like without doing any modifications, for example, like without having to build anything custom. So when I talk about custom stuff, this is what we're going to talk after, right after, like the next step, when we are going to talk about tactical arbitrage with XPath. Because you can add custom XPath to scan other website, or you can use custom script. I use custom script for 2 websites I'm scanning. We are going to talk about that. But like when it comes like to software out of the box, tactical expander is one of the best sourcing software, because there's way less competition on those websites. The websites that are only available on tactical expander, you're going to see that nobody is scanning them. You're going to find leads where nobody is jumping into the listing. The only way people can actually jump on those listings is if they either manual source or reverse source you if they don't have tactical expander. And there's some obscure website on tactical expander that nobody checks. Nobody doing online arbitrage checking. So for that reason, tactical expander is really, really top tier. It's really S tier when it comes to software scanning. Now, you know what? Let's talk about TA reverse sourcing. And by the way, everything that is software is going to be super fast to scan. So the only thing is that you will need to be able to, like, it's going to be super fast to go through data, because it's going to pre-select some data, and then you're just going to like need to, and if you set filters correctly, like you set your criteria right, you're going to be able to go super fast through data and extract the gold nuggets, right? So that's that. So now you're doing reverse sourcing with tactical arbitrage. So here's the thing. You're not gonna find a lot of product doing that, but like the setup that you need to do it is gonna be minimal. You do not need to. There's no crazy setup. You just have a selection of storefronts that you use. You can mix it with the Keepa product finders. I have a couple of videos on that. So you just do this. Like it's super easy to set up, and then you just check it once in a while, right? So the only thing is that there's a lot of leads that are not going to be profitable, but for that reason, you need to go through data fast. And I will put it in the C tier, because yes, it's more consistent that just tactical arbitrage. And what I should add is that tactical arbitrage is not that consistent. I mean, at least the way I use it. And I think I need to up my game with tactical arbitrage, because I could be doing way more stuff. I know a lot of you guys on the Discord server, actually, that do a lot of crazy stuff with tactical arbitrage, because we talk in this Discord server. So by the way, if you're not in the Discord server, join it. I'm always hanging out. I'm always in the voice chat, always talking and stuff, always learning about you guys. And like, I'm making way more money than a lot of you guys on the server, but a lot of you guys on the server have better knowledge on tactical arbitrage than me. Because I think I need to up my game. Like, the only way I use tactical arbitrage is to scan, basically, like, to scan the main way. I'll say 95% of the time is to scan promotions, to scan sales. That's the pretty much the only way I use it. Like most of my sourcing used to come from manual sourcing, a little bit from tactical arbitrage, and now like most of my sourcing comes from reverse sourcing, and we are going to talk about that, like but manual reverse sourcing. But yeah, when it comes to tactical arbitrage reverse sourcing, the thing is that the lead density, the number of leads you're going to find per like 100 product is going to be pretty low. So you need to go through data super fast. But the thing is that it's more consistent than if you were to just run any tactical arbitrage search, tactical expander search, because you know that the people that are actually selling those products, the storefront that you are going to scan, have profitable products, right? So if you have a good database of storefronts, you can just pop it, you're going to find some leads. The only thing is that, yeah, you're late to the thing is that you're late to the party. As I always say with reverse sourcing, you're late with the party because those people that are on those listings have found those leads like 2 weeks, 3 weeks before you at least. And a lot of those leads are not going to be in promotion anymore and stuff. But you can find source for leads that or just discover new niche. But like you should run once every other day, once every other week, and just check it quickly. But like, yeah, the only thing is the lead density. You're gonna find some leads, you're gonna find some new leads. It's super fast to do, way faster than if you were to manual reverse source, but it's more consistent. So I don't know if it's fair to put it in the C tier, but it should be. The thing is that it should be below tactical arbitrage. It's not as effective as just scanning a website with tactical arbitrage, but it's going to be more consistent. So for that reason, I'll put it in the B tier. But yeah, this is still something that you should do because it does not take a lot of time. But yeah, you should still do it. All right. So using tactical arbitrage with XPath now. So using tactical arbitrage with XPath is gonna go in the S tier. What are XPath? So XPath are like to make it simple. XPath are like let's call it like that. It's a coding. XPath is like a coding language that is used on websites for basically like to build website. Let's put it that way, right? And if you can extract the XPath, you need to do it manually and put that into tactical arbitrage. So tactical arbitrage will be able to navigate the website and extract the product, just like if you were to source any product. So you can add a lot of websites to tactical arbitrage with the XPath. All right. The thing is that not all websites are gonna be able to use not all websites use XPath, and so you cannot add like all the websites you want to tactical arbitrage. But like a lot of them are actually using XPath. The only website that you're not going to be able to do this with are dynamic websites. And so when it comes to that, you're going to need to use custom scripts, right? But most of the websites you're gonna scan with that method, like people are not scanning those websites. So either they are doing it manually or they are just not doing it. And you have, if you are doing this, you have a competitive advantage because you're going to be the only person doing this, right? So if the less people are actually checking a website, the bigger competitive advantage you have, and the less likely it is that someone is able to jump on your listing, right? And so for that reason, it's a more advanced strategy, by the way, but it's going to be above tactical expander, because if you find those niche websites that nobody is looking at, and you can first of all, nobody is going to look at those websites, right? The only person that are going to look at those websites, from the people actually looking at those websites, only maybe 5% of the people are going to use XPath to actually scan them. And so you're going to be the 5% of the 1%, right? And so there's way less competition. You can go through the data super fast, because the only other way you would be able to do this is going to be to actually just manual source, right? And every website that you manual source, you should look at. If it's a website that you look at often, get the XPath or make a custom script so you can scan it. And you know what? I'll put both of them right here. So using a custom script to scan the website and then import the data to tactical arbitrage is going to be even more niche. Not a lot of people are doing it. I'm doing it for 2 websites as of today, because this is 2 websites that I use to manual source. right? And so I still manual source them, but like when you manual source something, there's some stuff that you skip because you need to be fast, right? And so for that reason, if you are manual sourcing a website and you have consistent good result with it and you know the sales cycle and stuff and you know that you're going to find stuff, always get either a custom script or the XPath. Get the XPath if it's possible. If it's not possible, get the custom script. By the way, I have soon, super soon, I'm going to have a great marketplace for you guys to buy the XPath, to buy all that stuff. So this is coming. It's going to be way easier. It's going to be the same price if you were to hire someone, any random person, except that we're going to have a guarantee. So whenever the XPath changes or whenever something changes on the website, we're going to provide you the new XPath for free. So more on that later, probably in the next couple of weeks. But yeah, so whenever you do manual source website and you do it like it's working for you, get the custom script, get the XPath, because for one of the websites actually that I use to manual source that I know the sales cycle and stuff, and that is on sale right now, I'm using one of those two. I'm not going to tell you which one it is, because if I tell you that's XPath, you're going to pretty much figure out the website. But like, I'm always manual sourcing this website whenever they have a promotion. I got a something to just scan it, and so it's super fast. Not for new products, because when you manual source, you're not checking everything because you do not have all the time in the world to do it. The promotion is limited, and you need to go fast through data to be able to be, profitable. I could spend 6 hours every single time there's a promotion on that website and check everything manually, but like now I have a script, super fast, it's way faster. So yeah, that's that. No, let me check. Yeah, so that's everything about custom script and tactical arbitrage with XPath. The custom script is above tactical arbitrage with XPath, and tactical arbitrage is above tactical expander, because the technicity it requires to actually run them is higher and less people are going to do it, right? So yeah, that's that. Now, let's go back to everything that you need to do manually. And let's go with manual sourcing first. So, manual sourcing, when it comes to competition, everybody's manual. I'm sorry, not everybody's manual sourcing. A lot of people are not manual sourcing. The lead density depends on how you select your website, but if you have a great website, you're gonna find pretty good leads, and if you know what to look for, right? And then consistency, it depends, because you need to wait for a sale and stuff. So for that reason, manual sourcing is going to be above tactical arbitrage, but it's going to be in a B tier. And I know there's nothing on the... And you know what? No, let's put it in A tier. It's going to be A tier. Because, as I said, most of my sourcing used to come from manual sourcing, and then a little bit of tactical arbitrage. But the competition, if you find good website, nobody is going to check those websites, and way less people are going to check those websites anyway, because you cannot scan them with software, right? And if you really go through data and you're efficient and stuff, and you pretty much learn brands and learn websites and learn what sells on Amazon, you're gonna be able to make a lot of money doing manual sourcing. You should not start by just doing manual sourcing, because when you don't know anything about what's selling on Amazon, it's going to be super hard. So it's a more advanced strategies, actually. It's easier to do when you actually have knowledge, but yeah, it's going to be A tier. Now, reverse sourcing manually. Reverse sourcing manually is going to be in a S tier. Why? Because I believe and you know what? It's going to be above tactical expander. Because I know my relationship with reverse sourcing actually changed in the past couple of weeks. Why? Because reverse sourcing is actually a superior sourcing method, because it's the most consistent. And you know what? For that reason, I'm going to put it as the first one. It's the more consistent. It actually has a steeper learning curve than anything you could find here, right? The only thing is that you're going to face competition. So you need to go with faster selling leads than if you were to do any of those, right? But it's the more consistent. So you can do reverse sourcing any day of the week, any day of the year, and you're going to find products, right? If you have a good database of storefront to actually look at, and you know to do reverse sourcing, you're going to be able to find leads pretty much. It's going to be super consistent. So if it takes you 1 hour to find one lead on January 15, it's going to take you 1 hour to find one lead on June 8th, 2024, right? Because it's just super consistent, right? So For that reason, this is something I believe that you should do every single day, because like the amount of input you need to put in to find the leads is going to be the same. Like, it doesn't matter what time of the year it is, it's going to be the same no matter what. So for that reason, you should do reverse sourcing every day, because you're going to find leads every day if you know to do it correctly. And it's going to be like, it's going to be super, it's super consistent. That's the only reason. Like, it's actually the only reason. It's super consistent. You will need to put the same amount of effort every single time to find the lead. That's it. That's why it's STR. That's why. And I will make a whole video on reverse sourcing and why it's a superior sourcing method. But for that reason, it's going to go into the STR. It's going to be the top sourcing method for that video. For this video, I'm sorry. Now, rabbit trails. So rabbit trails, I've talked about it in a couple of videos. So what is rabbit trails is when you use, when you look at the, like, you know, on websites, when you are on the product page, you go down and you see people often buy this with this. So you can check on Amazon. You can check, like, if you have a lead on Amazon, just check on Amazon. Maybe you can find a product like that. But it's even more effective if you actually on the website where you buy your leads, you check that section, because if resellers are actually buying the product, right, that you found on that website, it's going to reveal all the other products that they often buy it with, right, that the other resellers buy this product with. So for that reason, rabbit trail is just a cheat code. It's more effective on some website than the other, and it all depends on the quality of the leads you have in the first place, but it's a cheat code. It's super fast, and you know what? I should put it right. I should put it above reverse sourcing, but it's more situational. The only reason why I'll put it below. The only reason why it's below is because it's more situational. You cannot do it everywhere, but whenever you can do it, it's less consistent. I should put it like this. It's less consistent because you cannot do it everywhere. But when you can do it, it's going to be super fast for you to find leads, and it's going to be super, like, it's just so efficient. Right, it's so efficient. It's the lead density is going to be way more dense than any other sourcing method. That's the thing, but it's more situational, and that's why it's going to be below reverse sourcing. Now, the last one, using Keepa product finder. So you can either use it manually and go through the products you find manually, or export everything and scan it with tactile arbitrage. So this is why I did not put it in white, I did not put it in black, I put it in blue. So because it's different. Now, using the Keepa product finder is going to be super efficient. It's super good. If you can set your criteria correctly, it's super good. It's one of the best sourcing methods. I need to dive deeper into it. I have a few videos on it, but this is a sourcing method that if you are able to set your criteria correctly, like, because you can set criteria basically I have a whole video on that, so you can check it, but like, you can set criteria to find product on Amazon that match exactly your criteria. For example, product selling between $15 to $25, where Amazon doesn't have the buy box, where there's that many offer and stuff. If you are able to actually analyze the leads that you currently have, that you currently buy, and that you currently sell on your Amazon storefront, like, if you know what you sell and stuff, and you can find pretty much, you can basically find pretty much the product with the same criteria. If you can set that up super precisely, it's going to be super easy for you to actually find new leads that pretty much match your criteria, right? So for that reason, it's going to be A tier. No, it's going to be below manual sourcing. This may change in the future for me, because I know that this is something where I can improve a lot if I'm able to define what a good lead is for me. And this is going to come with experience, I'm pretty sure, but I already use it to some extent, but I know I can do way better with the Keepa product finder. And I know we've talked on the Discord server. I've talked with a couple of subscribers and a couple of members of the Discord server. We try to develop new strategies with the Keepa product finder. We actually found a great one that I'm not going to share right now, that I will probably share in the future, but we're still developing it, and it's super good. But yeah, we can do better. We can do way better. And for that reason, this may in the future go to the S tier. It may even be the first one, like above reverse sourcing. So we still need to figure out a way to make it better. And I still need to have a better understanding of what is a good lead and be able to define it in a way better manner on tactical, on the Keepa product finder, right? So that's it for today's video. This is my tier list when it comes to sourcing methods. If you think that anything should be placed at a different level, a different place, just let us know in the comments. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it in the Discord server. Let me know what you guys think. By the way, yes, let's talk about it in the Discord server, but still, let's talk about it on the comments because it's helping a lot with the algorithm. And ever since we got the Discord server, you guys do not leave comments anymore here. Okay, we always talk on the Discord server on Discord. So please leave comments here as well. Subscribe if this was helpful. And I'll see you tomorrow for a new video. New video every day at 3 p.m. Check out those other videos on the screen. One of them may interest you, one of the playlists. Check the if you are new doing online arbitrage, check the playlist, watch all the videos. If you watch all the videos, there's no reason for you that you're not going to be able to make money in the next 2 weeks on Amazon. All right, so that's it for today. I'll see you tomorrow. New video every day at 3 p.m. EST.